It's really important to me when I started this company that I was able to build something that was going to last. Legacy is why I'm doing this. So Nested Design Build is a full turnkey construction service. So we provide the very beginning stages of architecture and design through estimation and project management for our clients. I grew up in central Pennsylvania in a family that always had a project to do on the weekends, and they were projects from ripping out a porch to a new bathroom to peeling off old wallpaper. When I went off to college, I kind of had this passion already set in me that I really wanted to go into design and build and maybe architecture. So I spent my first 5 years in interior design, and I had clients who kept asking, hey, why can't you take us from the design phase all the way through the construction phase? I saw this void and I thought, well, maybe it's time to put a hard hat on. I was able to acquire my GC license. That was in 2016, and I started to build the firm.
So I've been a project manager for 12 years now, I believe. And before that, I was a trim carpenter.
Most of my staff has anywhere from 15 to 30 years in the industry that they're in. Our process is a 7-step process that we have. It starts right off the bat with anyone who contacts this company, they actually get me. And I set up the first meeting, which is called a meet and greet. I have a pretty good idea of the scope that we're looking at doing with you guys. So I'll come to your home, I'll talk to you for about 45 minutes to an hour, and my goal is to walk out of there with a sense of what is the scope we're looking at. Our very first year, we noticed that there was a lot of time and effort spent in putting paperwork together. And so as a company, we decided to make a shift and go virtual and techie with our Buildertrend app. We use it with all of our clients.
So they can get on and follow the schedule, see where we are.
Everything is done through that platform. The designers are loading all sorts of selections and selection tabs. So you may have 3 choices for a faucet. You can see the pricing on all those faucets, and you can choose while you're sitting, in Hawaii on the beach if you want to. Once they're under contract with us, we move to step 2. And step 2 is now your introduction as a client to the designer who's going to be working with you. That designer is your teammate all the way through the process. She'll be measuring the whole space, she'll be photo documenting, she'll be going through your house pictures or your Pinterest, everything that you can think of, she's gonna start to work on with you. Once she has a really good visual, we go to step 3, and she is starting to actually draw up the plans for your project.
Our designer's been great. I mean, we're both probably more on the less creative side.
And sometimes a space will allow you to do 2 or 3 different versions of a concept, and then she's presenting that to the client.
In the foyer, you guys will see when you first enter in, they've given a visual display of kind of what our ideas have been and working them through, and so they can draw that up and we can get a sense of what that looks like and then make the changes and things like that.
Once you choose one of those concepts, then you move to step 4. And step 4 is now the fun stuff. It's all the glitz and glamour. It's getting into the showrooms, picking your cabinetry and your appliances. And there are 2 big things happening in those meetings. One is that you're educated on cost.
Obviously stainless, I can panel this also.
And then the other piece to that is it's producing the actual first phase of your budget. Step 5 is scope development.
Here is our final plan set. We've got our as-built plan.
At that point, the designer has selections, she has a plan, and she has a very clear idea of what is the scope of work that we are going to be doing. What are we taking out? What are we putting in? We go very thoroughly through that whole plan, and what we're really getting ready for is step 6, which is the trade walk. So the first item on the docket is over at our kitchen sink. We have a new garbage disposal going in. We're back at the homeowner's house at that phase. We shuffle all of the subcontractors who will physically be working on the project through the home.
It wasn't disjointed, the electrician's coming today, next week, the structural guy, so it was all together. You got to meet everybody.
And it's a great opportunity for our clients to meet who is going to be in their house, to shake their hand, to say hello, to ask questions. And then step 7 is the installation proposal. Hi, Mrs. Smith. Rebecca here with Nested Design Build. How are you today? So at the end of all of this, we have a full-blown, very detailed bid that we're providing our clients, broken down per category, that they can see every bit and piece of what we're going to be doing on their project. So giving back was a big part of this company when I started to produce the overall vision and the mission for it. As a full company, oftentimes we're working together. We've just done all sorts of different things, and it's a great opportunity for me as an owner to see how we can not only be a business, but we can be a community and a village within what we're doing.